all right, it is finally Friday.
It's taken all week.
It's taken the whole week to get here. It's ridiculous. But I saw it was pretty cloudy this morning.
Yeah, and today you're going to notice it's not going to be as humid as yesterday. I think overall today's partly cloudy.
Okay.
There are some clouds out there right now. Those will thin a bit, may go mostly sunny for a short time, and then we have some more clouds coming in. So
well, we need it to at least be dry so we can clean up from yesterday.
Yeah, the humidity is going to be lower today too. So, if you do need to clean up from the storms or you just need to mow the lawn, that's kind of where I am. It's been kind of a busy week. And so things don't get done, and it just keeps piling up. And, I was kind of like, when's the last time I went to the grocery store?
I know.
It might be those bear cupboards was kind of the clue on that. So anyway, hey, quite the storm yesterday.
Quite the storm. Taylor and Colton were here at the News 10 Plus digital desk live to the point where you brought them water because Colton kept talking.
I was kind of producing Andy's on TV thing. So I was in the control room, and I can see what's going on here, and it's like they have not stopped.
No.
And they just kept going and going and going and going.
That's what Seth does with breaking news. He just goes.
Yeah, I know. And that was like, they've been talking for an hour and a half now. You get to that point, you're usually like, I'd really like some water. You need a water fountain right up here.
Anyway, tell engineering that.
Well,
they'll be like, Crystal needs something else at the Now desk, or great.
That would be great. Anyway, it was quite the storm. That's why we do first alert weather days.
Exactly.
Storms like that, not just your garden variety thunderstorm, but because of these storms.
Or a blizzard or a tornado like this.
It's got to be a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And it clearly did pan out. Sometimes it's better if it doesn't pan out. For most people. But anyway, we got some viewer photos, and we want to thank everyone who submitted the photos on WILX.com. I saw Colton and Taylor pitching, like, here's how you send the pictures. And that really helped, and it got a lot in. And we actually use this because we can look at it and go, wow, look at the size of the hail in Mason. Right. And it gives us some indication of, what certain areas saw, because outside our window on the south side of Lansing we had gusty winds, but that was really about it. But thanks to Christina and Mason, that's some pretty good sized hail there. Largest hail was in Davison in Genesee County.
Okay, so Davison is the town right next to my hometown.
I lived in Davison when I worked in Flint.
I saw so many pictures from friends of their cars. They're totaled. They're actually totaled.
There is a story that I put on my Facebook page from our sister station up there, new car dealerships, and just windows and dents, and it's quite the thing. So anyway, that was the largest hail. So, thanks to Christina and Mason. It wasn't quite that large, but still, this would put a dent in your car for sure when it hits it. Lynn from Lansing, that picture is off of Martin Luther King, so southwestern part of Lansing, and you can see definitely some tree damage there. Of course, there were power outages. You get trees start falling, power outages. Melinda and Pat kind of live close to each other there in the Grosbeck neighborhood in northeastern Lansing, and that area was hit hard too. Holt was just kind of raked by all of this.
From Holt.
There was hail in DeWitt Township. My house in DeWitt, I don't even know if it rained that hard, because when I got home, normally if it rains hard, the mulch washes out of the mulch bed, and but it wasn't too bad there. And there was just 1/10 of an inch of rain at the airport, which is in DeWitt Township. So here are the storm reports from the National Weather Service. We'll just take a look at a few of these. We had in Perry thunderstorm wind damage right around 2:34 in the afternoon. Obviously, it brought some trees down there. We take a look at a few more of these reports here. There's a lot of pushing buttons to make all this happen. DeWitt, this would actually be DeWitt Township. There was 1 inch hail. Again, Davison, that was 2.5 inch hail. So, it's like baseballs falling out of the sky. And we get into the Olivet area, also a location that saw some hail. The hail in Olivet, there it is, was right around 1 inch. I'm forcing this iPad to do stuff it normally doesn't do.
And I like that people were showing the hail, because it's not perfectly round like people think.
No, I mean sometimes it is. If those little droplets freeze and they just kind of get a chance to go up and down in the clouds, they can look like marbles. But these, I mean, they were just chunks and they were developing quick, and they really didn't get a chance to smooth out up in the clouds. You can see some of those clouds in downtown Lansing right now in our Meridian Company sky cam. Here is Jackson, where we do have some clouds. They were going to have a launch this morning for the Hot Air Jubilee. And the winds were just a little bit too strong, so they weren't able to launch. They're going to try again this evening and all weekend long at Ella Sharp Park, the Hot Air Jubilee, their 40th anniversary. Many years ago, I took flight there. As a matter of fact, I did the weather in the basket, and I tossed down the mic, and at the end of the weather, we took off in the balloon.
You tossed down the mic like while you're up in the air?
No, we were there in the basket, and we were on the ground, blah, blah, blah. I got a wired mic, and, we got to go.
I thought you meant like
you were down and went up.
You were up there, and then you had the mic, and you're like...
Yeah. And then I hit 3 people with, this, 1990s 10-pound microphone. Let's take a look. Well, that's a good idea, right? But no, we were still on the ground. I tossed it on the ground, 2 feet out of the basket, and then, away we went. Here's the satellite and the radar, not picking up on all the clouds we have out there right now, but we do have some, and most of today we should end up being partly cloudy. Our storm from yesterday, you can see it spinning away in Canada. Still the potential in the northeastern part of the nation this morning that storm could produce some severe weather. So it was quite the potent storm. Kind of developed right over us as far as the severe component, and then raced off to the east.
It raced because it was out of here fast.
Oh, yeah, and we knew that all along. That once it started, we had 2, maybe 3 hours, and then everything would be out. And that was pretty much the case. The Lugnuts got their game in, as we talked about too. Hour by hour forecast. This computer model not picking up on all the clouds. Again, I think a good chunk of today we end up being partly cloudy. And I think Saturday during the day we end up being dry. It might be a shower storm around Saturday evening, but it's not a for certain thing. 69 at 10 a.m., 75 at noon. We are right around 81 at 4 in the afternoon and 78 at 8 o'clock this evening. Here is the 7-day forecast. 83 tomorrow. Okay. Late afternoon, early evening, maybe a shower storm. That Sunday and Monday, we need an icon that's like mostly sunny but yet has a thunderstorm on it. But we don't have such a thing. It's not an all-day rain.
Okay.
So, there's the chance of a shower storm, but most of the day, Sunday, Monday, are dry. And then notice as we head towards the end of next week, the big 90 is on there.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Do you like 90 or don't you like 90?
If it's a...
What if I told you the icon that's on the 10-day forecast didn't just say hot? It said hazy, hot, and humid.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Okay. Anyway, remember, and a lot of people did.
They did.
Downloaded the News 10 First Alert weather app. There were quite a few downloaded it yesterday. The video views yesterday... The views in one day were more than we've done all month so far. And this has been a record month.
Which you said that yesterday morning you were talking about it already being in like that.
Yes.
In our meeting, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's why we have it.
So in one day, and it would have been in the afternoon, we doubled the views for the month. And again, that's, we're already kind of up in record territory. To the point where maybe I should just cut videos on the app and...
No.
Okay. Well, you can download it.
We do need an update, though, because Colton doesn't look like that anymore.
He likes being young in your promo.
He does.
You can see Andy on there and Colton and Justin and myself and anybody else we can convince to do the weather. We update the videos throughout the day as well as the text forecast, too. So if you don't want to hear us talking at 4 o'clock in the morning while you're laying in bed watching the weather, you can read the text as well. Search for WILX Weather in Google Play and the Apple App Store. And remember,
it's free.
It's free.
It's free. And so that's obviously a great part of it, that it's free. And I was going to say, it's very easy to use for people who get their information quickly.
What do you think would always be the top viewed videos?
The ones with you, of course.
Oh. The morning ones kind of sometimes late. It's usually Andy's afternoon weather.
Okay.
That he puts up about 3:40 in the afternoon. And anything to do with severe weather.
Severe weather and Andy's afternoon weather.
That are the big draws.
All right. Well, that's what you want to see. Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend,
Bye.
Darrin.
Thanks to the First Alert Weather Team for all of their hard work yesterday. I know you and Colton were here for almost 2 hours straight covering everything.
He was doing such a great job showing radar where all the storms were coming in. I was just, answering the questions and pushing some buttons around, making sure it looked good.
Yep.
So hopefully that helped everyone throughout the storm coverage yesterday.
I think it did. We had a lot of interaction with fans or viewers, and that's kind of the whole point of this is when this is happening, when there's breaking news happening, when there's severe weather happening, as long as it is safe to do so, yes, please interact with us on the Facebook Live or YouTube Live chat. That's where we can answer your questions. And if you say, I'm in DeWitt and it's not raining at all.
Actually, Vicky from DeWitt, I'll give you another shout out. She sent in this picture of hail next to a lighter to show us the size difference. So we were looking at that going, oh my gosh, we have this picture. We were showing everyone. We're like, unfortunately, you can expect some more of this depending on where you are. But no, that was really good to hop on there. That was actually Colton's idea. He was like, we should get on right now. And I was like, that's a good idea. Let's let everyone know. So, and then Andy was doing cut-ins at the same time. So a lot of different
bring you both
coverage.
Yeah. So team coverage here. Any way you want to get it, whether it's on your phone, on your TV with Andy over broadcast signal, or if you're just watching online through Wi-Fi or whatever it is you may have, you can get it anywhere. And I don't know of any other station where you can interact with your meteorologist and ask questions live during severe weather. So definitely take advantage of that, because that's exactly what it is here for.
A lot of great questions. And something we were pointing out while I walked over here, Crystal, we both have the blazers and the pink today, and you have the whole pink dress.
I do. I bought it specifically
for
the Barbie movie.
I know you sent me a picture yesterday.
I don't regret it.
She was scrolling through looking at different pink dresses, going, which one?
I was literally looking at bridesmaids' dresses at one point.
Oh, God.
Because
I really went down the rabbit hole.
Because I was like, I need hot pink. I also have some really cute hot pink sunglasses. I'll show you. I will.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anyway, Barbie movie is going to be later. Right now, people are still recovering from the damage of that storm we were just talking about. And now people are actually waking up to no power. I saw a couple of traffic lights yesterday when I left here around 6 o'clock, 5:36. They were still blinking.
Oh, okay.
So we did have that a couple hours after the storm even passed through South Lansing here. So people are still recovering from all of that.
We actually, when the rain was passing through this part of Lansing, we had all of our coworkers looking out the window because it was just downpouring.
It was.
And when
I think some of them were looking at their cars to make sure their cars were okay.
Oh my God. But they were all crowded over there like, what's going on? What's going on? And me and Colton are like, guys, what's happening? And we're like, oh, it's raining.
Yeah,
there you go.
We're the ones telling you that it's raining.
Yeah, then we're like, oh,
so
yeah, there it is.
We did send a photographer out too. Kristen, bless her heart, she went out and she came in
She
looking
came back soaked.
like she just got straight
like
out of the
she jumped
ocean.
into a pool.
Yeah,
or
like awful. So
got the camera dry.
she did. And again, we brought her back in because it was not safe to do so.
We did not want to keep her out there.
So if you're sending us those pictures and videos, which many of you did, and we thank you for it, make sure that you're doing it when it's safe. So we would rather have you send us the aftermath and how it's safe to do so than put yourself in danger just to show us.
Yeah, no. Please do not put yourself in danger. This is not just to send in stuff. Again, do it safely. If you're inside your home and you're like, oh, this is happening on my porch. Let me just take a little picture or video. That is safe. But yes, if you're driving, do not do that. You also can't have your device in your hand while driving.
That's right.
That's illegal. But we do want to talk about all of the storm damage. So yeah, the storms we saw yesterday afternoon, while it was brief, did have some heavy damage. And so the strong winds knocked down trees and power lines, and one of the hardest hit areas was Delhi Township. So the storm packed powerful winds and large hail like we were just talking about. And in some parts of Delhi Township, the storm winds reached 60 miles per hour. Now, I know yesterday Colton and I were trying to show some of the power outages on Consumers Energy outage map. We were having trouble because of, some of the weather taking place, and it looks like as of now, the Consumers Energy outage map is also having a little bit of trouble loading.
It is. I was going to open it.
Yeah, we were trying to show it yesterday during the storm coverage, and it wasn't pulling up for us.
How about I just show this part of it?
Yeah, there we go.
So
well, you're seeing
the
currently
outage center, not the outage map.
Yes. So the outage center shows that 99.84% of customers have power. So that is good. That's a lot of people. Almost everyone has their power back.
And if you see down here under current situation, 64 crews are out in the field with 118 current outages, and just over 3,000 customers are affected. Again, when we click this, it's not quite working. I'm sure consumers is getting on that as quickly as they can. So that is where we're at with cleanup. So
I know, just trying to get back into things, cleaning up those down trees, down power lines.
Exactly.
Any other damage that may have occurred.
Well, do you use your card when you go shopping? Do you like swipe it? Do you insert it? Do you
The
tap
safest,
it?
I do the tap.
Okay, I have never done the tap.
I've never done the tap.
I've never
It's
done
like the
tap.
safest way.
Well,
Okay, so they say, there's the swipe. They say even inserting the chip, that's still safe. But that can be dangerous too because some hackers out there will try to like put something in to take your number. I'm always scared of that. So I always like to do the tap if I can.
do you also shake the thing at the gas pump?
Oh, to like let out.
No, to make sure that there's not a skimmer.
Oh, I'll like look around. I get really skeptical at the
Well,
gas
if you
station.
think tapping your card is safe, what about just tapping your hand?
How about that?
We're gonna find out.
All right, here we go. Okay, interesting. The company, Amazon, announced Thursday that its Amazon One Palm Recognition System, interesting, will soon be in more than 500 Whole Foods stores by the end of the year. Now, Amazon rolled out the technology in 2020, and it's currently available in more than 200 Whole Foods stores nationwide. Again, they want this in more than 500 Whole Foods stores by the end of the year. So, Panera Bread, Hudson Airport stores, and sports stadiums are also offering the technology. And Whole Foods customers who choose to use Amazon Amazon One won't need their wallet or phone to pay. They can simply hover their palm over an Amazon device. However, not everyone is on board for paying by palm, and some privacy experts have raised concerns about Amazon One and sharing biometric data. How would they get like your fingerprints? Is that the whole idea behind this?
I have no idea.
This is so
Well, I mean,
strange.
how does our locks at our apartment kind of do that, though, don't they? Or we have to actually touch it?
You have to touch it, and then you got to enter in a code.
Yeah.
It doesn't just scan your hand.
True.
You need like fingerprints. And
What happens if you just accidentally, like, you're reaching for something, you're like, oh crap, I just paid.
then you're like, are you sure you want to pay for
I
this?
was like, no, I'm still shopping, or no, I didn't want that. I feel like there could be more
Oh.
accidents than benefits. I like the idea of it being at a stadium, though, because maybe it's a lot cleaner.
Still, what are they tracking your?
It's not like they have the chip or anything in your hand.
Now I'm so thrown off. Are they scanning your fingerprints? Is
I
that
like
what
how
it
you're
is?
looking at your
I am looking at my hands right now. I'm totally sorry. I keep looking down. But yeah, I'm like looking at my hands, going, "What are you scanning?"
I don't know.
Yeah, do you put like a sticker or like a chip or like a brace? No.
I have
We're
no
gonna have to
idea.
do more digging. We
I
will
know.
give you more information
I know my mom.
because we need that information.
Do you know if like there's a soap dispenser or water at a sink when you can't get it to work? My mom can never get
waving
it to
her
work.
hand?
She's like, I have no aura. She would never be able to pay, ever.
Like, can someone else wave their hand?
She's like, Crystal, you're buying this, and I'm like, fine.
I feel like that'd be dangerous.
Yeah, it could be.
What if I just took your hand, Crystal, and was like, wait, and then you just paid like
I know.
$100 for our food?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be more problematic than beneficial, but
Let
that's
us know
just
in the
me.
chat what you think about
Yeah.
that. That'll be interesting. By the end of the year, 500 of
500.
these Amazon One palm recognition. Oh.
At Whole Foods. So
You remember when everyone, when Apple came out with the whole facial recognition?
Yes,
And
to
different
unlock
other
your phone.
brands. Yeah, a lot of other brands came out with that too, where you could just scan your face. That was something too.
I don't know.
I feel like the hand's a little bit more difficult.
Because you move your hands so much. I'm looking at us on the desk. We're constantly moving our hands and everything. So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And it'd be one thing if you like scanned your thumb or
Yeah.
like put your hand up to it maybe.
that'd be different.
But you just wave it.
I don't like it.
Technology blows my mind.
It does. Well, have you noticed that many people in the newsroom, they go down the road to Popeyes for lunch? I don't know if they're paying with their palm. But
Well, that was me and Matt yesterday,
I know.
actually. We said, what's for lunch? We said Popeyes, so there we go. Yeah, now
I wasn't
Popeyes...
trying to call you out, but here we are.
You didn't know, you did. Well, now Popeyes is in the business of TikTok trends. So the fast food chain has come up with its own version of the viral girl dinner, and it's now an option on its menu.
Look
so
at it.
The girl dinner, you're seeing it in your bottom left screen, is basically a personal snack plate. Oh my gosh, I love this. Comprised
you
of
would.
existing ingredients in the fridge and pantry. Popeyes takes on
Popeyes take on it.
take on it is a variety of side dishes that have to be ordered individually, like mashed potatoes, Cajun fries. Those are really good. By the way, I ate some yesterday. And biscuits. So the special girl dinner tab is only available on Popeye's website. Girl dinner, like little appetizers, though. Perfect, like little one-bite meals, couple-bite meals.
Right.
So you get a variety of everything, yeah? I love
Is that
that.
what you want to get today?
Well, I brought a sandwich today. I can't have fast food 2 days in a row. Got to space out the treats.
Sure.
But that might be my next order. And by might, I mean it will be my next order.
I like it.
I need to look it up.
All
I'll
right.
do that after.
My phone's going off over there. Anyway, you're going to do that after the 11 o'clock
Yes, when I'm getting ready
newscast.
for lunch.
When can we, or what can we see on that?
Yeah, so there is a new warning that Michigan could be facing a staffing crisis when it comes to open public service jobs. And then MSU FCU is holding a grand opening for a new Abbott Road branch. And then we'll have where you can go in Jackson if you need to get rid of unwanted documents. So make sure that you are collecting all of those. We'll have where you can bring them in and shred it at this event in Jackson coming up on News 10 today at 11. We will be back here at the News 10 Plus digital desk at 2 p.m. for another update with Studio 10, your first alert forecast, as well as First at 4 and your 90 minutes of news. Good morning, Chris from East Lansing. Hope you're having a great start to your day. But yeah, that is what we have going on today. Lots happening. I do want to see what else is going on. Let's take a look outside, though, because as I was coming in this morning, let me take that down. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I put it back up, of course. My apologies. There we go. Okay, so this is a look at Michigan State this morning. I don't know about you guys. I just felt like it was, the clouds overhead, kind of a different, interesting Friday feeling right there. I was expecting.
Did you notice the clouds were low on your drive in?
They were lower. I was trying to look at the First Alert weather app, of course, this morning as I was getting ready. But yeah, so that was helping me throughout the day. But I kept looking outside as I was getting ready and looking at the app, trying to figure out, what do I wear? And I kept seeing all those clouds in our forecast, or up in the sky.
So, sorry, I just ran over to our digital desk because we do have some breaking news actually right here. Singer, songwriter, masterful stylist of American musical standards, Tony Bennett has died at age 96. Wow. Yeah, so that just came in. You may have gotten it on one of our push alerts if you signed up for that. But the AP is reporting that he died just 2 weeks short of his 97th birthday. And I don't. Do you remember the album that he did with Lady Gaga that transcended generations?
I know they're singing together.
Yes.
She had a little video of them not that long ago.
No,
I
not really.
Saw them together.
So here, again, according to the AP, he died in his hometown of New York. No specific cause, but Bennett had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's back in 2016. So
I
we
actually
do
saw
have that.
Lady Gaga had some different posts of that showing that he had Alzheimer's, and
I do remember that. Yeah,
they had a very close bond.
they did. It was great because they're both from New York, and yeah, it was really good. So that just came in. Sam, our digital producer, just pushed that.
Yeah,
and
that was quick. You ran off, and I was like, let's take a look outside just to see
Good
how the
job.
weather's improving from yesterday, and then ran back over, and there's breaking news. So that's how quickly things can turn over on the News 10 Plus digital
Exactly.
desk, which
That's
is
how
why,
fast we get it to you.
yes, we're glad we have this resource, because newscast, you got to wait till a certain time. We do have our cut-ins, but this is a lot more accessible, and
Exactly.
you guys can just hop on and communicate with us.
Like Chris and Tina and Wendy did. So again, if you are watching on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, join the live chat. Let us know what's going on.
Yes.
If it's weather related, where you're at, what you're seeing. If you've got a memory, maybe you saw Tony Bennett in concert, stuff like that. Just let us know. Or if you would try the girl dinner at Popeyes.
that also, Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Doing it. Are you doing it?
Barben. I was talking about doing it back to back, and I went, how long would I be at the movie theater
5.5
for?
hours.
Oh, you did the math.
Yeah, I did.
Of course you did the math.
It's the only math I'll do.
It's like, I would need a coffee in between.
Well, you'll have a break in between.
Yeah, but I
Also,
need
the
to-
last 3-hour movie I saw,
again.
actually, I think one of the Quentin Tarantino movies I saw was about 3 hours and 18 minutes. There was an intermission in it, so we could take a break.
The last 3-hour movie I saw was Avatar: Way of the Water.
Okay.
Right? Way of the
Yeah.
Water? Yeah, there you go.
Did you take a break?
No, I did have to run out quickly to use the bathroom. That's always the worst. The 3-hour movies, 2 hours you can push it. 3 hours you're sitting there gotta find a slow part in the movie.
Well, then there's a debate, which one will you see first, Oppenheimer or Barbie?
See, do you lighten it up at the end with Barbie, or do you go all in there cheerful and then end it with that?
I don't know.
Oppenheimer. I don't know. I think. Ooh, see, I was gonna start with Barbie, but now I feel like you almost have to end it on a happy, silly note.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that. Plus, after I'd rather get through the 3-hour movie, take a break, and then do like a 2-hour movie than the other
That's
way
more
around.
manageable.
Yeah.
You're right. Crystal clearly thought of all of this.
I have not.
I like that. That's good planning.
All right. Well, I gotta show you my sunglasses.
yes,
Other
you
than
do.
that,
Okay.
Taylor will be back on the Now desk, or I'm sorry, the News 10 Plus desk. That's what we used to call it. At 2 o'clock, and
The updates.
11 we'll have more on the passing of Tony Bennett. So you guys are gonna get to work on that. And other than that, have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe, and hopefully no more storm damage.
No. Continue to clean up. Stay safe out there.